So, like I said, I'm going to be presenting about my short story compilation book, Cerita Kakek. As I've already introduced you to myself, we're going to start with the introduction first. So, since I was little, I've always had a certain passion of making stories, whether it's through pretend play, like starting from with my toys, dolls, or anything, or just me acting as a character or writing it in a book or sometimes phone. The first time I wrote my own story, like in a paper, was when I was in first grade. At that time, I had a homework from my teacher to make a short story, so I picked to make one about the environment. Since then, my interest towards story writing started to grow. I began having an idea book, which is like a book where you can write some points of your stories because sometimes you have an idea pops up in your head. But of course, you can't write the full story because honestly, sometimes you can sort of, well, people call it writer's block. Sometimes you don't really have any ideas to continue it, or you don't really have like some time. So for the time, you can just write some points of the story that you're going to make so that you'll always remember it. Sometimes I write my, like now, sometimes I write my story ideas in a special book that I have, or sometimes in my phone. Usually I write these ideas in my idea book when I'm really sure, like, this story is really going to happen. But when it's just in my head and I'm still thinking of all of the details, I usually write it in my phone because surely you can edit it and it's sort of more easier. And for the background, with my passion of making stories and writing, alhamdulillah, I've managed to make 5 anthology books. One of the three is this one. I've managed to make 5 anthology books in Indonesian in Bahasa with some other friends. These books are themed with fable stories, mysteries, daily life, the environment, and a New Year surprise. And not only that, I've also made one picture book, which is about like the theme is superheroes, family, and adventure. And also one comic book, which here is mystery and daily life, also friendship. Not only that, I've also made one solo book, which is Cerita Kakek, which is what I'm going to be talking about now. And in here, Cerita Kakek first started when Synth Publishing, which is the publisher of those 5 anthology books, texted me and said that they would like to facilitate me to make a book. So before this, I've actually been dreaming to make my own solo book. I already have like some selected stories in my head because I did write some stories before, only it hasn't been published yet. So when Synth Publishing gave me this offer, I was really excited, alhamdulillah. So here, Cerita Kakek is part of my literacy project. This short story compilation book is where you can find the stories that I've made since I was in grade 1 until I'm in grade 6. Some of the themes that you can find is about daily life, mysteries, environment, and even fantasy. Cerita Kakek is actually one of the stories that is in this book, which I turned into the book's title. But why? Why did I turn like that particular specific story title into the book's title? Before I go there, we're gonna get to the process first. So the process isn't actually like really long since I've already made a few short stories, so I just have to select some of them and added one new story. My mom also helped me to edit some part of the stories that I've made in case there were some like grammatical errors that I didn't realize or some other things that I might need to improve. And then the next process is I send the stories to the publisher and then there's some editing process of whenever maybe there's like a typo or there's like a typo that makes the word sort of a little weird or something, and then finish editing draft. I also like made the cover. So for the cover here, it's not actually that I made it. It's not that I drew it and then I sent it, they published it. No. So in here they asked me, what do you want the cover to be like? Our illustrator will make it, but how do you want it to be? So I described them because the title is Cerita Kakek, which is grandfather's story. I wanted it to look like a peaceful town with like sunrise pictures, lots of trees, and more nature than like houses. And then we register to the QRCBN, and then finally, publishing process. And then, voila! Here's my Cerita Kakek book. There's some bookmarks in the book too. There's some bookmarks included. This is the illustration of the cover and back cover of the book. And, well, back to the question of why did I name this book Cerita Kakek? Why did I name it Grandpa's Story? Could have been like other titles in the book. Well, first of all, other than Cerita Kakek here is like a daily life sibling and fantasy themed story. This also has like some environmental themes as well, which I think this story can explain more like about the environment to kids at young age in a fun way. And so that's why it's one of my favorites because I think it can be beneficial and fun even like for the younger kids because it also has some like imagination included in it. And other than that, also because, well, Cerita Kakek, Grandpa's story. What do you imagine when you hear Grandpa's story? Like, I personally imagine me waiting in the sun to rise, like in sunrise, sitting outside, breathing the fresh air, winds going through my face, like just fresh air and soothing sensation. I can feel like it's sort of cold outside. I'm sitting outside, sitting next to my grandpa, which is drinking tea, about to tell me some stories. So it just gives that interesting and excitement, interesting sensation and also excitement. That's why I thought I would like to name this book Cerita Kakek. Now, some of my project goals is to create a beneficial yet enjoyable book so that kids from like a young age until teenagers specifically can read this book. Other than that, I would also love to inspire other people to either start or continue their literacy journey. And also so that I want others to inspire like maybe their friends or other people in their community to spread benefits in their own creative and enjoyable way. Because everybody has their own passion and interesting ways, of course. All right. And oh, one thing I wanted to mention again about Cerita Kakek, like I said, this book is targeted for kids at a young age, maybe like from 4 until teenagers. At any age is okay. Teenagers at any age, I think, would be okay. Because this book, I did try to make it like simple for others to understand, but also fun. And now here, into the book launch
I
part.
hate to interrupt you. You're doing a great
Oh,
job so far. I just wanted to let you know you have 3 minutes left.
oh, got it. Here for the book launch. So the book launch actually happened on the second like publishing process of Cerita Kakek. In here, I teamed up with RBA, which is Ruang Belajar Akil, to make a book talk. In here, I did some storytelling of one of the stories, which, if I was not mistaken, was Misteri Bau Aneh, or like the mystery of the weird smell. And in here, we also did some, of course, like book talk. In here, they asked me about my book, like how long did it take to make it and everything. And we also did some crafting. So the crafting was making a bookmark from origami. It's actually really, really simple. You don't have to be really expert at origami. You just need to be creative in decorating it. We also have like a challenge, a giveaway for whoever is the most creative in the bookmark gets the Cerita Kakek book for free. I also sell the Cerita Kakek book in my online shop, which is School Toys Fun Toys. In here, I sell my old books and also my new books. So that's actually all from me right now. We're gonna get to the conclusion. Cerita Kakek, like I said, is my short story compilation book from the selected stories that I've made. In this book, you can find mysteries, challenges, adventures, friendship, joy, and the answer to all of your curiosity. I hope this book will be beneficial plus enjoyable to accompany you in your literacy journey. So, buckle up and enjoy the wild ride. Thank you!
That was an amazing presentation. Unfortunately, I think we're running out of time for questions, but I just wanted to let you know that it's such an amazing accomplishment that you have so many books published at such a young age. And I really wish you all the best in the future. And I hope you come back and join us in April for the next gift, where you can tell us about a new book that you've written.
Thank you!